Welcome to Connecting the Community podcast. I am your host, Marge Andre. I will be connecting you to people, organizations, and events that create community. I am creating this podcast in Richmond Hill, an eclectic and very culturally diverse community with lots of trees and streams and interesting people, just up the hill from Toronto. On this podcast, I will be talking with Dan DiRuscio, Manager of Cultural Services for the City of Richmond Hill. This is his second time on this CTC podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the Merry Marketplace. Happens on 5 consecutive Saturdays, 4 to 9 p.m. at Richmond Green, starting November 18th. Dan is the person who is responsible for this initiative. Welcome, Dan.
Hi, Marge. Thanks for having me back.
I am very glad we found time to do this. I'm looking forward to our conversation. Dan, can you remind us what your responsibilities with the city are?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you mentioned, I'm the manager of cultural services, and my team is part of the Recreation and Culture Division here in the city. My section overlooks, we have 5 portfolios. So I oversee marketing and promotions for our division. I oversee art, culture, and heritage services. I also have an event services team that plans all the city's festivals and events. And recently I've been involved in managing the Original Center for the Performing Arts and all the wonderful programming that happens through that building.
Whoa, that's a lot of different things to be juggling. Okay. Well, I hope you have some fun doing some of those things, including fun at the Merry Marketplace. Okay. Last time you were on the podcast, we were talking about the city's 150th anniversary. It's almost over. How did it go?
Well, I have to say, Marge, it's gone exceptionally well. It's been a busy year of celebrations. The year, as you know, kicked off with a special milestone where we raised our RH-150 commemorative flag at our municipal headquarters on January 25th. Since then, we've hosted a multitude of events, including walking tours, launched self-guided tours, scavenger hunts, tree plantings, and Richmond Hill's first ever Heritage Summit on September 10th, which I know you were at. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, thanks. So we were thrilled to have themed horticultural displays, commemorative banners along Yonge Street in the downtown core, as well as RH-150 fun facts and interactive activities available on our website so that residents of all ages could learn more about the city's robust heritage. The festivities are not over yet, though, Marge. We have a great response to our Tell Us What You Love About Richmond Hill contest, which is still open, and residents had or still have the opportunity to purchase limited edition anniversary collectibles online. Our RH-150 community booth has been popping up at various locations around the city, and residents have been taking their photos with this life-size installation and tagging us on social media. So for any of you that are still wanting to see it and take their photo, be sure to look out for the installation, which has been moved to its new location for the month of November.
Okay. Does that include the Merry Marketplace, or you're not going to tell us?
You'll have to come to the marketplace to check it out. But yeah, okay. I'm sure if you do, you have that chance.
Okay, I've got one picture of myself, one selfie with that. So yeah, I need another one. Okay, so holiday celebrations are beginning, and for the second year, we're having the Merry Marketplace. It's sort of a Christmas market like maybe you'd see in Europe or what's happening in Toronto's downtown distillery district. But please tell us about Richmond Hill holiday celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. It's our second year that we're hosting this event at Richmond Green Park. What's lovely about our Merry Marketplace is that this destination park is honestly transformed into a winter wonderland. The park's illuminated with thousands of lights, and for 5 consecutive Saturdays, beginning November 18th to December 16th from 4 to 9, the community can check out an array of artists and vendor booths, enjoy live entertainment, and visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus. We're also celebrating a different theme each week, so everyone is encouraged to come back as often as they like and to dress according to this theme. and to check out the featured entertainment on the main stage, which takes place at 5 and again at 7. This year, you can listen to your favorite holiday songs by visiting our holiday music boxes. So that's a brand new initiative we've taken on. And this installation, which is there for the full month, uses human energy to play holiday classics just from the turn of a handle. So be sure to capture a photo or even a video of some of these awesome music boxes.
Okay, I'm looking forward to trying that out. Okay, you got my curiosity about what that is all about. There is no admission fee. Like when I go down to the Stiller District, I have to buy a ticket for like $15. So there's none of that. There's no parking fee. So yeah, you are collecting. There is a collection for non-perishable food, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing that. Uh, that years ago we used to have a Santa Claus parade, and we're not doing that now. One, Yonge Street has been certainly transformed with our bus route, but is this sort of replacing the Santa Claus parade?
Well, good question. I mean, first, just to answer or address what you said earlier. Yeah, you're right. There's no admission fee, and we are collecting non-perishable food for the Richmond Hill Community Food Bank. In addition to supporting that amazing organization, anyone who makes a contribution will be entered into a draw to win a holiday prize pack. And so everyone knows, the winner will be drawn at random on December 16th. To answer your question about our Santa Claus parade, while we're not having a parade this year, we will be hosting mini parades around the green each week. One of the biggest advantages of the mini parade is that everyone is welcome to join in.
Oh, okay. So we all can be
Yeah,
part of the parade. Okay. That
absolutely.
sounds, I like that. Okay. Uh, so has much changed from last year's Merry Marketplace? I noticed there's a spot, the Rita, a Richmond Hill elf. I don't remember that from last year. And is it a real person? So can tell us about that and any other changes?
Yeah, for sure. So, this year we've really encouraged our community groups who typically take part in our Santa Claus parade to come out and set up displays of sorts that, our visitors can interact with and take photos with and such. So that you'll see a little bit of change there. Richmond Hill's Mary Elf Rita is not a real person, but it's a spontaneous and silly little elf that likes to hide in some of the craziest places. So all attendees are encouraged to look for Rita, and when they find her, they can visit the Agricultural 2 building and receive a ballot to be entered into a draw to win an amazing prize pack courtesy of the Richmond Hill Public Library.
Okay, so okay, I will keep my eye out for this elf. Okay. It is from 4 to 9 p.m. So that's dinner time. So there are lots of food you can buy, correct? And I'm assuming you've gone many times. What do you like to eat?
Oh, I'm a sucker for all of the sweets that are available there, all the delectable treats. This year we have anything from churros to scones and handcrafted live dessert stations to candied fresh fruit. So there's a variety for everyone. You're also welcome to bring your own snacks and food if you like. We're going to be enjoying some music by a live DJ. We have also live performers, strolling performers around the site. So, a little bit of everything for everyone's palate. We're also, which is going to be new this year, featuring a couple of local licensed establishments. So we're going to have a licensed event this year. So we're thrilled that Circling Hawk Honey and Mead will be joining us. They'll be selling hot mulled mead as well as selling bottles of mead and honey to take home. But of course, hot chocolate and coffee will also be available for those looking for a non-alcoholic alternative.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you encourage people. People are welcome to bring some food because if you've got 3 or 4 kids, that can be very expensive to buy something for them. So just get them a treat, bring something to eat, and enjoy it as well. I'm glad you have alcoholic beverages. It will make it easier to drag along my 30-something son to come with me. So yeah, he was the one who took a great picture of me with the Santa Claus last year. So he's
Oh,
got to do it
nice.
again this year. So
Right on.
yeah, uh, there are some of the same vendors from last year, and are the same. Is it the same every week? Do you switch it up?
Oh, great question. The vendors and artisans actually change weekly. The list that we are we've invited to attend our event and be a part of the event or is updated on our website each week.
Okay.
There also will be a featured activity each week. So when you're checking out the list of vendors, don't forget to register for the featured activity or contest, which includes anything from edible snowman decorating, best dressed elf, joyful singing contest. We have a reindeer cookie decorating station and edible star ornaments for those that want to come out and kind of do something fun with their families during the market.
Okay, those do sound like fun activities. And yes, please visit the website so you didn't take notes of everything that you said, Dan. It's all listed out, and plan your weekend, plan your Saturday visit. Invite another family to come along with you and have some lots of fun. So last year when I came, I took lots of photos. I like taking photos. And there were just so many great opportunities. My fingers got cold, but it was great. Just the colors, the lights, just some really cool photos that you could take. So I want to encourage people to, really be thinking about taking great photos of friends and family. There's those big red chairs. Are they still there?
Well, they are actually indeed near the Boynton historic Boynton House. And you're right. This is a really nice opportunity to stay local during the holiday season. Come out with your family and friends and take photos with Santa. They're free of charge. There's also other vignettes that our wonderful staff here in the city has set up and worked so hard to make come to life. Anything including a reindeer pen. We have Santa's workshop this year. Um, Mrs. Claus will have her own area where you can take photos of Mrs. Claus. But of course, the lighting installations and just sort of how, the city's staff team has come together to really illuminate that park is really impressive. And, it's a nice option for someone, or families looking to just stroll passively and take part in some nice activities on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, no, I love how the lights look. It's always better with snow. I'm not one to wish for snow, but it's beautiful when you've got the white snow and all the lights on the big spruce trees. I think they are. It really is very, very magical. So yeah, make sure you have your lots of pictures, space on your camera to take pictures. Okay. Uh, I also would like to give my friends who are artists at the Boynton House a real plug to stop by and see them. The Boynton House is sort of adjacent to the Mary Marketplace. And I was just there a few weeks ago, and this is their second year, and it's even more impressive than last year. Just beautiful things, beautiful displays. And if you go and it's a cold day, which it probably will be, it's warm inside. So yeah, you definitely need to go and stop at the Boynton House. And I've assumed, Dan, that you've been in the Boynton House a few times.
I have many times. Our artist exhibition that takes place there over the winter months is spectacular. There's so much for visitors to explore, purchase, support our local art community. We've been doing a number of great initiatives this year, especially during our anniversary. And it's something that I've made as a mandate for me to sort of continue to pursue as the years go on, just to build upon the cultural vibrancy we have here in our community. The Boyne House is an excellent place to stop in, say hi to some local artisans, and support them. Of course, don't forget to watch our live artist demonstrations. It's always fascinating to see art in progress as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, and the Boynton House is open Wednesday to Sunday. It just closed Monday and Tuesday. So if you don't go there or you want to come back again, maybe without the kids, you can do that as well. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with the Boynton House. The Richmond Green Skate Park isn't open though, is it? It's another place that I have enjoyed going to.
Yeah, for sure. It's an excellent outdoor skating area for families. It really margins depending on weather.
Mhm.
Fortunately, it's weather contingent, so if the weather cooperates, it will be open.
Okay.
But unfortunately, there's no guarantees. I would just encourage those that are interested in bringing their skates after they visit our market, just to check the city's website to make sure that the skate trail will be open and and come out and enjoy.
Yeah.
It's a lovely time.
Yeah, I think it was 14 degrees out yesterday, so we don't have an ice rink yet. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But it's always something to look forward to. The trees are still lit up, and it's another thing to look forward to. So all's good. Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to add, Dan? Any other things that I've missed?
Yeah, I just wanted to let your listeners know, Marge, that the park, if you miss the Merry Market, the park's going to be illuminated daily until March of next year. As I said earlier, it's a great space to explore and take an evening stroll. Great backdrop for holiday photos. And just to build upon some of those holiday memories with your friends and family. I also wanted to add, if I may, a number of listeners may not know this, but we're embarking on an upgrade or update, rather, I should say, to our festivals and events strategy. That exercise is going to happen commencing now until early in the new year. And I want to encourage those that have an interest in having a say in what we do from a festival and event perspective into the future to come out and take part in some of our survey. It'll be a good way to get feedback on what it is residents are looking for in our community when they think about festivals and events.
I'm assuming there are opportunities to do it online as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're sort of at the cusp of that process.
Okay.
We'll keep things on the city's website up to date, most up to date, so that those that do have an interest can participate in any of that survey that takes place. So
No.
I'm really looking forward to it. I've been with the city for a number of years, and this is a space that I'm really familiar with, and I do encourage and look forward to hearing feedback from our residents, and visitors as it pertains to events and festivals.
Yeah, no, we've done well. I know Richmond Hill's won awards, been recognized for some of the great things happening. But I also realize that many people in Richmond Hill do a lot of traveling and have seen some good ideas. And I see it as an opportunity to share some of those great ideas. So it's not necessarily a time for criticism, but it's a time for sharing good ideas. So very good. Thank you for letting us know about that. I do end the podcast with the guest's response to this one question, same question. Name one thing you really like about this community.
I would have to say I can't actually recall what I said the last time we did a podcast, Marge, but I hope I'm not repeating myself, but I have to say diversity. I've lived here my whole life. I've worked with the city for shy of 15 years now, and it just impresses me each day when I'm out in the community, and have the opportunity to interact with all of the different cultures, diverse people we have here living in Richmond Hill. I think everybody has a story to share and tell, and that's what I'm really grateful for. Raising my family here, but also working for this great city. So yeah, I mean that's probably one of the things I would say. I also think we have such a great variety of local establishments on the restaurant side to sort of take advantage of. So if your palate fancies one thing one day, you can try something the next day, and you don't have to leave our city to do that. So,
right.
Good question.
Good question. And I'm going to check back to see what you said. I don't remember. Diversity, though, is an answer that many people have said, and including the diversity of food. That is, yeah, we like our diversity and diversity in food. So thank you, Jen, for taking the time to do this podcast. I'm looking forward to the Merry Marketplace, and maybe I'll see you there or somewhere else around town. So again, thank you, Dan. Thank you for listening. I would very much appreciate you sharing this podcast. Please tune in next week as we continue to explore the community. Consider emailing me at Marge, M-A-R-J, at margeandre.com. I welcome suggestions for podcast guests. Stay well, stay connected.